guys doing tonight? Awesome. Hey, he said that's one of the most exciting things, which it is, but I think that, this is really exciting because this is what I get to do, and I get to sit across the kitchen table and explain this to people all over the country, really, and I get to teach people this. So I'm going to show you, how many of you guys have heard of Equifax before? Yeah, a lot of you, right? So we partnered up with Equifax because they knew exactly what we knew as a company, that people just aren't disciplined when it comes to paying off debt. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
So a lot of people, it's like out of sight, out of mind. So what we did is we partnered up with them and we came up with this program called debt stacking. Now here's an illustration of a family. They're at the age of 35 years old. They're the typical outgo that a family has, a couple credit cards, a mortgage, a car loan. Okay, so we showed them that if they never did this program at all, it'd take them 23 years to pay off all their debt. They'd pay over $200,000 in interest. It's a lot of money, right? For you to give the banks your money, that's a lot, right?
Right.
So we showed them if they did this program called debt stacking. Now what happens is when most people pay off their debt, what do? They rack it back up, they go on that vacation they really can never afford, right? So we showed them if instead of doing that, if they took the $220, and once they paid that credit card off, they'd take that $220 and they'd apply it to the next credit card, right? Once they pay that off, they apply it to the next debt. So when you get down to the mortgage, and somebody's paying a total of $2,720 a month, you're going to pay your debt off pretty quick, your mortgage, right? So once that's paid off, look guys, this is so powerful. They have it paid off in 8 years, at the age of 43, 15 years sooner, and they save over $130,000 in interest. Is that powerful or what?
Oh yeah.
It's very, very powerful, right? So we show them at the age of 44, once their debts are paid off. When I sit down with a client, I always tell them, I go, everything in our life is a good habit or a bad habit. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
So now they have a good habit. They're used to paying this. They paid this debt off. They started investing their money. So we show them once they invest $2,720 at 10%, at retirement, at the age of 67, they're going to have $2.8 million. That is awesome, right? And the thing is if I sat down with you and you had $2.8 million after I sat down with you, how many of you guys would invite me over for Christmas? Right? Right. So a trip. You take me on a trip. Well, see, this is so awesome what we do for people, folks. I can't even explain it. I love this company so much, and you're going to just see more about what we do for families and how we impact them. So, if I sit down with you and I showed you, okay, so here you are. This is A, and this is B. How many of you guys would pick B?
B.
Every time, right?
Yeah.
So the next speaker I'm going to bring up is Gus. Now, I have to tell you, Gus is the regional vice president, and a lot of these people in this room are, he's trained, he's coached, and I've had the pleasure of, I knew this guy, and I thought he was the funniest guy I've ever met. I mean, honestly. I still think he's the funniest guy I've ever met. But I've had such a privilege. I was stuck in a car with him for 8 hours, driving to LA to go to a regional vice president meeting that we had. And I really got to know this guy, and this guy he's incredible. He's a great, great, great guy. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Gus, I would have been left at the gas station, because Jeff's like, let's go, right? And Gus like, where's your mother-in-law, right? And so I actually owe him a lot, because I would have still been sitting there. So I just want you guys to listen to this guy. He's powerful. He's a great leader. A great, great man, and his wife, I think his wife's one of the luckiest women in the world because he respects women. I think that's huge, right? So let's give a big round of applause to Gus.
How we doing? Can you imagine Karen being left in East Los Angeles? Right? La Buena right there, like, where'd you go? Throwing a chihuahua and a bunch of pitfalls, man. You couldn't leave her. Hey guys, welcome to our office. As you guys can see, we got a lot of things going on. A lot of things are happening in the company. But you know what? One of the things that I'm going to get right into and I'm going to cover is, the fundamentals, what we teach our families, you know, and it's so doggone important because one thing is going to happen. You're either here taking a look at us as a business opportunity to come on board with us and help us grow and expand, or two, you're here because you're a client and we helped you out for whatever reason, and you know what, the message is going to be the same, okay? But one of the things that I love about our business is we do what's right. Now, what Karen just showed you guys, how families get out of debt, is that important?
Yes.
Yeah, it's important. Okay, that's like having cancer. You understand that? It's like having cancer and we got the answer to it, okay? But one thing that I'm going to show you guys is something that's called the Rule of 72. We're going to teach you guys, and I'm going to show you guys what we do as far as how we help families manage their money. Now, there's something called a rule out there called the Rule of 72. Has anybody heard of this Rule of 72? Okay? One brave soul, two brave souls. Awesome. Okay? What this rule is, the rest of us, we're going to learn this, okay? You divide your interest rate into 72 to find the approximate number of years it takes to double your money. What does that mean? Let me show you guys. Number, guys. I like talking about money. Okay? You got $10,000. I'm your banker. Okay? You bring your $10,000 to me. I say, hey, you know what? Felipe, I'm going to give you 3% on your $10,000 for letting me hold your what?
Money.
Your money. Okay? So, you got 3%. I'm paying you 3%. Here we go. So 72 divided by 3 is what? 24. So that means in 24 years, you have $20,000. How you doing? You good? It's better than what? Zero. Right? Because a lot of families right now, ladies and gentlemen, they got what? Zero. See, but don't wait there. See, another 24 years, your money grows to $40,000. Now you're 60-something years old, and you got 40 grand in your bank.
Whoop-de-doo.
See? Let me show you guys something. But what we do is we teach families, invest in a 12% account. Get them a higher interest rate. Okay? So you go into 12%, you're saving $10,000. I'm the banker, haha, so I know a little bit more than you, haha, right? I go and invest it in a 12% account, same time, same everything, except your $10,000 for me, that was every what?
6 years.
Every 6 years. So in 6 years, I got 20 grand. What you had in 24, I got it in 6. Who's winning this game? I am. Your banker. You understand this? See, by the time 48 years later, there's $2.5 million that I made off of whose money? Your money. Oh, this don't work. Okay. All right. That's why banks have marble. Nice furniture. You understand that? They got enough money to put plexiglass around the whole thing. And then they have the nerve, when you go and cash your check or you deposit your money, they have the nerve to give you a candy, which is a what?
A dum-dum.
A dum-dum. A sucker. Y'all don't understand. Okay? See, how would you win a game if you don't know the rules? You can't. You can't win the game. See? Shouldn't we have learned this rule in school?
Yep.
Oh, pero you're calculus. Right? Calculus. But they didn't teach us this stuff in school. There's a reason for that. See? Without introducing us to the families and friends, how would you learn the Rule of 72? And how would they understand this stuff? Ladies and gentlemen, my family never knew this stuff. Who was going to go and teach my family, immigrated from Mexico into this country, to teach them how to invest and get a better rate of return in their money? Even if it was a 6%, my parents would have still retired with $160,000 if they would have invested $10,000 and never touched it again. You don't understand how powerful that is. See, we work for money. Don't we work for money every single day? Ain't it important to learn where to invest your money as well? Stop buying them rims. Stop buying them cars to impress people that don't even care about you anymore. Right? See, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. This is what blows me away. This blows me away. Now, you got to think about it. Is there rich people?
Yes.
There are rich people. They must be doing something right. They deal drugs. Not all of them. This could be you. See, if we sat down with you, look. We sat down with you, both husband and wife, and they invested $333 per month. So they're saving $333 per month each month from 1970 to 1990. But guys, that's too much money. Do you want to change your life? Because how many lives you got? One. You ain't a cat. They invested $160,000 in total. That's what came out. You understand that? From that time frame, they invested $160,000 in total. So, they withdrew $50,000 a year. So now they retired. So now they want to pull money out of the account. They pull $50,000 a year from 1990 to 2011. How many years is that? How many years is that? 11.
21 years.
21.
21. Y'all still with me? I know the rule of what? 72, not the rule of 52. Y'all with me? Okay? They took out $1,050,000 out of this account. In 21 years, they withdrew $1 million, over $1 million out of this account. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you think they still have left in that fund today? Zero.
Negative.
They got to be the negative. It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. You understand this? But in Primerica, it makes sense. It makes sense to me now. Because once I was blind, but now I can see. How about 1.3 million? 1.3 million left in that account. You got to be kidding me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, that is what we do as far as teaching people how to invest their money. Now, would you be mad at me if you withdrew $1 million and you still had 1.3 million left? Any volunteers? That Gus. Yeah, we'd be best friends, right? What's up, Tony? My man. That's my man right here now. We're best friends, right? Yeah. Okay? Now let me teach you guys something else. This is how the company was founded, ladies and gentlemen. This is what fires us up. Okay? There's another crisis out there, and there's something called buying life insurance as an investment. There are scumbags out there that are ripping people off, and we don't mention names, Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, all those scumbags, right? That's when we tell them to bring it, but you know what? This is what they do. And let me tell you something. You got to get fired up about what we do, because I'm still fired up about going out there and helping families. See, you take a look here. What they do is they have life insurance. Anybody heard of life insurance? Life insurance. Insurance. Something called cash value plus life insurance. This is known as a whole life, universal life, variable life. Okay? This family here was hardworking. One. Okay? Hardworking, worked hard for his money, so he said, you know what, if anything were to happen to me, I need to protect myself. Because you know what, I worked so hard to get the little that I got. And if something were to happen to me, God tapped me on the shoulder and says, time to come home. I want my wife and children to be okay. You understand that? That is what they wanted. So, they were sold this. The agent gave him $150,000 on him, $150,000 on the wife. Looks good. $298 a month. You don't know no better. Right? What do you pay for auto insurance? $300? What is it worth? $3,000? So $300 a month. But see, what happens is this is sold as a savings. So think about this. You have life insurance and savings. You're paying for what? For two. The approximate amount of money that you're going to have is about $80,000, but we don't know. Because there's some rules that the agent forgot to mention. Ain't that funny? Well, we're going to expose them. See, the savings vehicle inside of this life insurance policy works like this. Rule number one, you're paying your hard-working money, $298 every month. You're thinking you're doing what's right. Okay? Rule number one is you have how much money saved inside your savings? Zero.